Hello, how is everybody this evening? It's Cher here with Share Peace and Love. Let's see how that is. Oh, cool. I was like, I don't know how to make my chat go normal. So I think I figured that out. Okay, so welcome. If you're new, my name is Cher. I'm an intuitive and I give messages from the divine. I do teach classes, and tonight, honestly, I'm depleted on the readings right now. And tonight I'm going to talk about spiritual protection. I am going to give people a few minutes to get in, and then we'll get started. So, welcome if you're new. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, maybe I did it wrong. Okay. My name is Cher. I'm an intuitive. Hi, Jamie's Cowboys. Tonight is just a class, but I, I I thought you guys would like it. Hi, Parad. I'm not reading tonight. It's a class on spiritual protection. Hi, Cowboy. Uh, I do teach classes occasionally. I may do one general read at the end. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes even I get to the point where I reading is uh, I have to have a break sometimes. But also too, keep in mind when you're talking to any intuitive, not just me, you don't need us every day. You need us for clarity. It's not it's not tell you how to live your life or anything every day. It's really, I know I'm talking myself out of business, right? But don't get so wrapped up into tarot or anything that you get so busy. Where's the gifts button? Oh, I don't know. Hold on. What is that? Engage with your audience. Let me close that. Is it on there? I don't know. I think it is. Uh, Thank you, Cowboy. It should be. If somebody can tell her where the gift button is, I'd appreciate it because I don't even know. You can also use my Cash App. That's also wonderful because YouTube gets, I think, about 30%. They get a pretty good amount. Um, Not that they don't deserve it, they do. Okay, let's see. Hi, LB. Hi, Stormy. For those of you that are new here, are relatively new, tonight is a class on spiritual protection, uh, beyond just the normal things that we all see and know. Because you cannot have enough spiritual protection for real. I feel short. Sorry. Hi, it's Ren Baby. Welcome to the chat. We're glad you're here. If you haven't met me before, my name is Cher. Uh, is there a hype button? I don't know. I don't know if there's a hype button, but tonight should be interesting because I wanted some spiritual protection things that are beyond your norm. Because I don't read every day. I also teach spiritual awakening, how to live in a higher vibration, things like that, to keep us on track, keep us living a higher vibration, keep us protected. If you're in this world, you need protection. I think the number one protection you can have is prayer. And I tend to teach a pretty fun class. Hi, Trinity Tree. Is there somebody in my chat that can let new people know that it's a class tonight, so I don't have to keep stopping and telling them? So, uh, all right, guys. So let's get started, and this will be, of course, it'll get uploaded. And if you like it, if you like what I have, please give it a like or a hype or whatever you can do. All right, guys. Let's see what we have. Okay, so I asked for, I wanted to know, it's on spiritual protection, but it's beyond the usual methods, because we're all like, we can all pray. And thank you, Jamie. We can all pray and we can all light Palo Santo and sage, but what about the other things that we can do to protect ourselves in our everyday life? If you're in this world, you need protection. Okay. because this opens a door. You need protection so you don't open a door you don't want to go through. Sorry, but that's so true. Okay, so the first one um, is protect your attention. And you're like, okay, so what do you mean by that? Number one, whatever you give your attention to will feed it or drain it. Okay. So if you are thinking that your life sucks, your life is probably going to suck. Sorry. But if you, it seems dark in here. One second, guys. But if you actually think your life is beautiful, which I do, I think my life is beautiful. By the way, I did pray and light a candle. um, so thoughts are things, and thoughts are real. What you think, yes, you can manifest. Look at me, I manifest. I manifested the couch. Okay, so protection is not only energy. Okay, protection is also where you live. Okay, where your focus is. Why is my things keep going out? Don't do that. Oh, okay. Low battery. Okay. Um, so yeah, where your focus is, where you live. Okay. So so what you focus on, yeah. If you walk around being like a gloomy Gus, yeah, and I'll be careful what you manifest. Okay, so I got a pair of shoes for my grandson. They were nice shoes. I told my daughter they were too big, and I said put them up for next year. Actually, they might fit him, but I was making a joke with the universe, and I said I need a smaller set. There is a smaller set in my living room. Wrong size. I should have been clear. So when you are manifesting, it's super important to remember to be very clear. Okay? Because yes, Parab is right. Sometimes you can be manifesting and not even know it. Okay? And that can be dangerous. Okay? Um, excuse me. Also limit your exposure to, you know, if you have the relative or the friend that they just tell you the sad, depressing stories, say, I'm sorry, I got an appointment, I have an appointment with my sanity. Okay. Sorry. I don't know where that came from, but it's the truth. So the other thing is, if you know, we all go through situations. Right. Yeah, be positive. We all go through situations. Nobody wants to hear the situation you've been in 10,000 times. They'll be like, uh oh, here she comes again, or here he comes again. They're going to tell us that story about how their life was ruined 15 years ago and they've never been the same since. You know, so that's an example. Okay. So don't don't torture your friends and stop rehashing the situations that are gone and done, things you can't do anything about. Also, create what you listen no pay attention to what you listen to when you're tired. Okay, so like, when we're tired and you just turn the TV on or the radio on, and then all of a sudden you're like, what am I watching, what I'm listening to? Make a conscious choice for what is in your environment. There's music in my house. I play music. Yeah, make a choice. I don't watch the news. As a matter of fact, I had a little presidential thing, a vision thing, and I posted it, which is very unusual for me. It's a short, and I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? I think it was called I Got a Weird Message. Yeah, feel free to check it out. Okay, so yeah, because your attention, it's okay to share your burdens, Parab, but to share them, uh, but sometimes, Parab said, sometimes we need to share our burdens, whom we should go to. I don't want my precious people to think about problems. Oh, was it okay? I mean, it was a real message, Anita. I value your opinion. Do I need to take it down if it comes true? Are they going to come knock on my door? Okay. So here's the thing. You can take it to your friends. You can take it to your family. Just don't take it to them over and over and over again for a few reasons. Number one, you're putting your energy into an old, sad situation, and why would you want to do that? Why wouldn't you want to put your energy into something beautiful and loving, or energy into helping someone, an act of service, right? Okay, so remember, I don't wish anything bad for him. It just came through, and I always post the things that come through because I feel like God's leading me to post them. But no, that's not like my arena at all. So I was really surprised. I had asked for Archangel Michael to come through, and God, of course, Source Energy, and because I did the channeling for the members, and I did some scrying, and I was really surprised how open it was. Also, there's a message for some of you. Okay, so before I number one, we're only on number one, which is protect your attention, because your intention is sacred energy. Okay, whatever you put your attention into, okay, your energy is sacred. Why would you waste it worrying about old situations, old things that you cannot change, when you have a chance to make a difference in your life or someone else's? You know, all right? Like, teach yourself something. Uh, you don't have to listen to every news thing out there. You don't have to listen to every tarot thing out there. Sometimes it's good to shift your energy, to shift your focus. Like tonight, I noticed, like last night, the past few nights, there's been kind of a desperation uh, for, like for the answers. And I was like, we really need to shift our focus. Let's see what Anita said. Anita said, God elevating you up. You're ready for the prophecies. God giving you as you're in. Ah, thank you, Anita. I appreciate it. As you're obedient in delivering the message. Yes, delivering the messages can be quite different sometimes. Okay, so also, we make this is going to perhaps this may be a several class thing, because I can see that this is going to be not your normal protection class. We make promises to ourselves. Like, I'm going to lose 50 pounds, or I'm going to walk 3 miles every day. Okay. And, and then we tell our friends. Okay. And it's okay to talk to your friends. It's okay to share the things, your intentions and all that stuff. But also keep in mind, you don't have to share every promise. Some things, just let them be for you. Like, I think I'm going to try to walk in the woods every day. And I do. But like today, I didn't walk in the woods today. But you know what? It didn't matter. Nobody cared because I hadn't put it out there. You know, does my daughter know I walk in the woods? Yeah. But does she know I have a goal? No. That's my thing. That's one of my things. That's self-care. It's I call it my walking meditation. If you haven't done it, you should try it. I'm not even an outside person. I am not. I mean, I'm going to be on. I'm not. I'm just. It's not my thing usually, or it wasn't my thing until I had this awakening. Now I love being outside, and that can be a shift for you in your spiritual awakening arena. Okay, so that's really important to remember. Um, so also, we protection does include a few of these things. Rest when you say you will. How many of us say, I'm going to go take a nap, I'm going to go rest, and then the phone rings and the kids come home and dinner's calling and the laundry, and we don't rest. We never get to the rest, and we're frazzled and stressed out. Whereas if we actually had taken 10 minutes and even just did the breathing thing or the sighing for 10 minutes or even 5 minutes, it would have changed our outlook. It would have changed our focus. It would have helped us. Also, if you don't want to do it, say no. Okay. Be honest. My daughter is so good at this. Oh God, her friend's probably going to send her the video. Please don't share this with her. My daughter has a great, she's got a great no. I'm like, can you do this? And she's like, no. She doesn't explain it. She doesn't excuse it. It's just no. And do you know what I have learned listening to her? No is okay. You don't have to explain it. Can you help us with this? No. And you leave. Or you stand there. You don't have to explain it. And if somebody says, why can't you? Say it's private. I really prefer not to share it. Are you okay with that? You know, that was my mother coming out of me, I'm sure. Mom, get back in the box. Sorry. I didn't mean it that way. Okay. So also honor your own limits. If you know that you are not going to be able to get 10 loads of laundry done today and that you'll be lucky if you get one done, take the one and be happy with it. Take the win. Take the win. Okay. So, and also remember this self trust is a powerful shield. I had an incident today. Thank you, Anita. I appreciate that. I had an incident today where I saw somebody, they wanted a reading, and I had an instant like, no. Okay. So, when something like that happens, if you get an instant no, don't read for this person or whatever, don't do it. If God tells you to rest, rest. Because if you try to go against God in any way, shape, or form, it's not going to work. Some of my members have seen that here. Natalie, I have a message for you. I'm going to pause this for a second to give Natalie her message. I channeled it when I was doing the members thing. Okay, so Natalie, you have new homework. Sorry, guys, I have to give these messages when I get them. Okay, so Natalie, you have new homework. You need to self read every day and journal it. Only 3 cards, okay? Pull 3 cards every day. Have a ritual for doing it. Write down, and this is your a reading for you. Write down what you get out of it. Then look up the actual meanings, okay? I don't know why God gave me homework for you, but He did. See, I even wrote it down. I feel like it's because you have a thirst for it, and you're thinking, "What's the next move?" Hi, Cowboy. How are you doing? Okay, so remember where you put your focus, guys. That's where things are going to go. Also, keep your promises to yourself. You don't have to tell everybody everything. I do listen to God. He thinks I argue with him, okay? He even has told me not to argue with him. But he does give me an immense amount of strength to do the things that I do. And I'm super thankful. I cannot do the things that I do without his help. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Okay. Number 3. We're on spiritual protection. Uh, and all that other fun stuff here in the chat. It's a class today. Okay. At the end of the day, before sleeping, those things that you carry to bed with you, stop. Drop them at the door. I keep the bedroom door in my home closed. It should be closed right now, but it's not. It's a sacred space. It's my space. It's not part of YouTube. It's not part of anything. Okay. And also, any of you out there that want to increase your spiritual awakening, please do the same thing. Okay. How do you think I start? We all start somewhere. Let's see. What does the White Witch Queen say? Hello, Miss Sher. How are you tonight? I'm going through some things and wanting to see if you can pick up on anything improving. I'm not reading right this minute, White Witch. I may do one read at the end. I don't know. Yeah. spiritual protection today. Maybe that's one of the things that you need is spiritual protection. Oh, perfect. I like that. I do like that. Okay. Oh, and wow. Okay, so at the end of the day, before you go to sleep, um, just start something called like quiet protection practice, is what we'll call it. Okay, and that is like before I go in my bedroom, like I'm usually like I'm done. All my stuff is dropped. I drop it. Nothing comes in there. I don't take my notes in there. Occasionally, if I'm listening to a really good Charles Stanley one, I'll grab a book and write notes for my group. Okay. And but it's important to have those boundaries even for yourself. Okay. um so bear with me. So before you go to bed, release all that stuff. You can simply say something like, I release today. Nothing follows me into rest. Because how many nights have you laid in bed and tossed and turned and thought about all those things that you need to do, even if it didn't involve people? Like, oh my God, you've already like wasted an hour. You could have been sleeping. Sorry, but it's true, right? Okay, so I release today. Nothing follows me into rest, and what this does, it prevents energetic carryover into sleep. So you're not carrying all that baggage to sleep with you. Okay, you're not affecting your dreams already that you don't even know about. Okay, number four. I know. I agree. Avoid oversharing during vulnerable states. Okay, when you are emotionally raw and very exposed, which a lot of us probably have this happen on a daily basis, before you try to fix it, possibly, Jamie, I think you do. Before you try to fix it, just ground yourself, okay? Take a minute. Do the thing that it's either Sheila Kelly or Holly said. I think it's Holly. Breathe for four. Breathe in for four. Hold for four. Release for four. Put yourself in a better state of mind, okay, before you like get out there. And what happens? Okay, how many times have you done this? I mean, I try not to. Have you ever done this where you're like, hey, you know what? I met this guy, and then like a week later, you don't like him, okay? And you're like, oh my God, I cannot believe this. And you shouldn't do it, right? We shouldn't do it, but we're human, we make mistakes. And then 2 days later, you want to get back with the guy, and you're like, yeah, I kind of overstated that. So if we don't, if we just let those things stay private, then that's not an issue. And also, if you're having an experience, let that experience settle. Okay, uh, let it integrate into your life before you start sharing it with everybody else. Okay, you don't have to share everything immediately. You can respect yourself enough. I hear you, cowboy, to say, okay, I can deal with this right now. I can't deal with this right now. I can deal with this, like that. Okay. So also, we'll do number five here. Number five is regulate the body to protect the spirit. Now, I believe that when you have a spiritual awakening, this is my personal opinion, that a lot of things in your life change. Your body changes. You go from being that person that never touched vegetables to the person going, well, maybe I should have some fresh fruit and vegetables. You go from being like, I want that bowl of ice cream in the middle of the night to like, I can live without it. So your body, your mind, all those things almost do like a reset. Okay. You find yourself drinking more water. I don't keep Coke in my house because I'll drink it, you know? So you find yourself honoring your body more, is what you find. Okay, wait a minute. You feel like you're being called out? I rarely do all of these things. Okay. You do the opposite. Okay. I'm not trying to call anybody out. I promise. Okay. So, how did we regulate our body to protect our spirit? You don't overwhelm your nervous system. Okay. So, how do we keep our nervous system like, how do we keep our nervous system from being like like a paint shaker? Oh my God, I got to, da, 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 because we have those moments. That probably looked really ridiculous. Okay, so we there's just some simple things that you can do. You can eat regularly. Make yourself get up and eat. I started doing this new thing. I'm going to share it with y'all. Not a doctor. I have no secrets, no answers, none of that. But I'm not even a ginger person, but I read or saw in a video somewhere that if you took ginger and sliced it up and you put cold water over it overnight, when you got up in the morning and you drank it, you had ginger water. Yes, and you should do that. You owe that to yourself to do that, to take the vitamins, take gummies. I feel like I'm eating candy at night. But so when I get up now, I have a cup of ginger water. And ginger is good. It's an anti-inflammatory. Expand your mind to learn things like, if I can have something natural and it fixes me, why do I want to go buy something chemical? Drug companies will hate me for that. Sorry. Okay, so eat regularly. Also, hydrate. Drink more water. Yes, ginger tea has a lot of things. I found the thing where you could just slice it because I'm an easy person. I needed to be easy, and I'm not a morning person. Not anymore. So I find out that if the cup is just sitting there with the ginger, it's so easy to drink. I'm starting off really well. I'm hydrating myself. I'm, feeling good as I'm helping my inflammation. Sorry. Things like that. So it's nice to start your day off with a positive thing that's uplifting for yourself, you know? All right. Yeah, I'm a night owl, obviously. Okay, so also sleep. If you're tired, sleep. Why do you think I'm on so late? I fell asleep on the couch. It was lovely. I enjoyed it. When it's necessary, sleep is rebuilding, letting your body rebuild, rest, relax, take a time out, take a time out from electronics, take a time out from your family, whatever you need to have some kind of rest. Okay. Also, stretching. I'm going to PT. Okay. Y'all don't laugh about me. Okay. But I'm sure today I'm pretty healthy. Yes, absolutely. The naps are great. I love the naps. Okay, so I'm pretty healthy, but so I'm in PT today, and I think the guy was like, "This is going to be a little challenging for you," and I was like, "Okay." It wasn't challenging, but I didn't tell him that because I really didn't want to do more than what he was giving me. Please don't be watching this. Please don't be watching this. So, but here's the thing: in my past, I never would have taken the time to go to PT. I have a problem with my shoulder or my neck or something. Now I make myself a priority. I stretch. And that brings us to this one, stretching. Stretch your body, There's 10,000 videos, more than that, out there. Do a yoga video, do a tai chi, do a meditation video. There's so much for free. I mean, if it tells you to do something ridiculous, yeah, question it. Have discernment. Okay. But grounded bodies make for stronger boundaries, stronger energetic boundaries. When you're tired and you're trying to do something, it's easy to let things slip. It's easy to make a mistake. Let's see what Holly in our collective here said. Holly said, I'd like to add, if you feel easily overwhelmed in public places, It's helpful to wear C-band wristbands while out and about. They utilize pressure points to calm and regulate. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I wore those when I was pregnant. First 3 months. Oh my God. After the 3 months, fine. But those first 3 months almost killing me. Glad the baby days are over. Okay, so are you guys finding this helpful? I hope you're finding it helpful. Our world is a lot of negativity and negative energy, and it's so easy to pick up on that vibration. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Um, it's so easy to pick up on that vibration and to be, to just float right into it. Yeah, the world is terrible. It's a terrible place. I can't believe everything that's happening. Why is my blood pressure up? Yeah. Okay. Love you too, Holly. Okay, so that brings us to number 6. Be selective with empathy. Okay. Empathy without boundaries leads to absorption. I read for you guys. Okay. And sometimes I read, I've probably made it to 100 in the night, or 120, I think. Okay. So when I'm reading for you guys and I'm talking to you, if I had no boundaries by the time I finish, and I remember this in the beginning, I would be a wet dish rag. Okay. I would be crawling to my bed, hoping to get up on it. Okay. So you can have empathy. Okay. You can have compassion, but you don't have to take it on. Yeah. And it's okay to turn your phone off. Don't even take it into the bedroom with you. You know, let it go. No, the world, even, yeah, have you ever, as this, you think about this, guys, if the world falls apart, if everything falls apart, if you got the phone call, could you do anything to fix it? Probably not. If it's really bad news, do you want it in the middle of the night? Probably not. You know, things like that. All right. So you can have compassion without taking responsibility. You can care without carrying their load. Okay. You can listen without fixing. Okay. You can step back emotionally. You can still have empathy. I encourage service, you know, um, and I practice what I preach. There's blankets on the back of my couch. Why are there blankets on the back of my couch? Because I ran across homeless people and it's cold. I give them a blanket. So I pick up blankets for free. I wash them and I fold them and I wait for the person that needs them. Okay. But I'm not taking on their homelessness. I'm not taking on where they're going to stay tonight. But I am caring. I have compassion. I have empathy. You can love and have boundaries. Let's see what Parab said. Parab said, yes, sometimes we have to remember that everything is happening is for a reason. If we go through struggles, just think we need to grow, but it's okay to let things be. It is absolutely okay. And the other thing that I think that we forget is that uh, thank you. Appreciate that. Amen, Trevor. We forget that it's okay. What happened, how we were 10 years ago, all the things we handled 10 years ago, maybe they aren't the same. Maybe our needs aren't the same. Maybe we require more rest. Maybe we require more peace. Maybe we just don't want the chaos. You learn as you go uh, to set boundaries. And like, what I really like about this class right now is you would not think that when you think about protection, you think Palo Santo, you think sage, crosses, candles, prayers, and all of those things. Yes, you should absolutely do them. You cannot have enough. My hand looks really big. Okay. But it's okay to be selective with your empathy, and yeah, you can help somebody without taking on, I I feel bad because I sometimes I want to do that. Like I have a friend named Raphael. He's an angel in my parking lot, and he shows up and he's homeless, and but and I have to remind myself, he's educated. He used to work at he was a CNA. Um, First of all, grace. Give everyone grace. You don't know how they got there. Treat everybody with the same level of respect that you would want to be treated with. Okay. But also, I don't, I'm not out looking for a place for Raphael to live, but you do what you can. You help. Because you do have to have a level of protection. If you're a reader, yes, absolutely. If you're a reader and you're reading for a ton of people, oh my God, you have to be grounded. You have to protect yourself. I'm working on it really hard. I've been given the migraine. I have felt the happy feet, and I have been physically sick from another member. So I really work on my protection. Apparently, I'm ultra sensitive. And yeah, it's okay to say, this is what I can do to help, but this is all I've got right now. Okay, it's good to have those boundaries. Okay, we'll do number 7 and then we'll close it off, and maybe we'll do like I'll do, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Okay, so clear through neutrality, not force. Okay, so why do you want to fight? I mean, okay, like fight. Why do you want to fight? Right? Hello, just breathe too. Um, Instead of fighting, choose calm. Choose neutrality. Yeah, just be neutral. Choose disengagement. Peace dissolves what force reinforces. What do you think our country is doing right now? What if in the streets out there, and I hesitate to talk about politics, what if we all just decided not to fight? What if we just said, okay, we didn't fight the people trying to do their job. They didn't fight us. But here's the thing, it's all wrapped up in the whole bunch of craziness. But just because you have that craziness does not mean you have to be part of the craziness. It's great, and I think you should. If you have the ability to protest terrible things that are happening, yes, you should do it, but with dignity and respect and grace. And what's happening is lots of energies are getting out of hand. I feel like in the universe that the world is just like having energy upon energy piled on top of you without a break. There's a there's a freaking rock in space that might hit us. You know, how many places do you dictate? How many people do you piss off in the world? I mean, what do why? Why? But I do feel like it is getting wild. And the thing that I see, even in parking lots right now, is a lot of stress because there's been a lot of changes. All those changes are equating to energy that is like unleashed, like in the parking lot, where one person's honking at the other person's mad. And I'm like, what the heck? Okay. Those people aren't like, maybe they are the driver that gets mad all the time, but a lot of these people are frustrated. They have no job, they have no security, they have no food. I live, I, yeah, I live off of a fixed income. Okay. I have been trying to fix my stuff for the past week and cannot get it fixed, but I'll get there. But it is getting wild, and and it's not anybody's fault that it's not getting fixed, because all of these shifts, all of these changes have created an energy, but it's an energy of volatility in some aspects, okay? And so the only way that we as humans, as people, can combat that is an energy of love. Think about every situation that you could be in. And, you know, if I die, God's going to take me. So yeah, have the energy of love. That will fix things. God said love is the greatest thing. He was not lying, and give it to God. You're right. Everything is terribly expensive right now. There's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of angry energy in the air. And I think that if each one of us just does our part, and I'm not asking for a lot, not even asking for money. If you want to donate, it's great because it costs money to run this. Um, if we each do our part, if Cowboy goes tomorrow and helps some little old lady with her grass and takes her to the grocery store and lets her meet Bear, I had to throw it in there. He's made a difference in her world. And what if the daughter of the grandma calls and says, you know what? My world is falling down around my ears. And the grandma says something like, well, I had a really great day. Why don't you bring your child over here and take a break? And then it goes from there and it builds and it becomes a domino effect, but in a good way. Let's see what we wrote. Cowboy with the muscle. Let's see. Holly says the addiction to dopamine hits whenever available is a disservice to ourselves. We can only evolve through this phase by using our ability to moderate activity. Yeah, you don't have to be like a crazy person every minute of the day. It's so. That's kind of what I have for you. Also, I want to talk about this. I have noticed a little bit of a desperation in the channel for messages for answers. Don't let this be your answer. Let God be your answer. Let the divine be your answer. Expand, push your boundaries, create a channel, do what I do. you know, there's enough room, there's enough love. I do this full time on a fixed income, and I'm fixing to be 61 years old. Okay. So if I can encourage you to get out there and encourage others in some way, shape, or form, and I want to do some great things with this channel. There's some great people out there too. There's some great readers, Spiritual Guidance, Soulful Revolution, Broadwinds Cove, Laid Out Bear. I know them because I live this business. I try not to take anybody's ideas or anything, but I live this business. I live the life that I talk about. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm free. Um, I never even thought that was a possibility at this age. Just to be able to not work and do this channel pretty much. This is a full time job. And to help, expand the world and make it a better place. It is a calling, okay? But, and so if I want you to do what I do, okay? It doesn't have to be on a YouTube channel. It can be in a grocery store. It can be anywhere. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's some really and Empress Jen, Intuitive Kev. There are a lot of great readers. I'm not the only person that's a reader on the planet. God led me to this, and I do what God tells me. Uh, and it's taken me 60 years to figure out that if I surrender, give it all to Him, and let go of a need for an outcome or a need to name it, fix it, anything, yeah, I do what God tells me to do. And Holly just said, yes, you moved 3 times in 2025. You've been a busy girl. And she's absolutely right. In February, well, March 3rd of 2024, I was homeless. Okay. And my daughter took me in, thank God. And I had nothing. And I had always joked with God, you can take everything away. And if I still have my faith, I'll be okay. Well, I'm going to tell you what, you better be careful what you tell God because he will hold your feet to the fire. Okay. And he did. He took everything away. I had three things left, and none of them were of extreme value. I showed up at my daughter's doorstep, homeless, after having been married only 20 days, and said, I have no place to go. Okay. And God, God moved me in there and protected me and kept me out of the storm. And then when it was time to move, God was like, it's time to move. And he moved me to the first place. And when it was time to move, he was like, it's time to move. And he moved me to the second place. And when I got to the second place, he said, it's time to move. And I'm like, Lord, I've only been here 6 months. And he said, Sher, it's time to move. And I was like, all right. And then the next day, I found this place, and it's perfect for my needs, and I enjoy it. And I'm able to get out and talk to a lot of people and help facilitate better lives. I signed I signed up for the press. Seriously, I'm like I signed a 1 year lease. Okay. Yes, and that's the thing. Wherever you are, Paul in the Bible says, I have learned to be content in whatever state that I am in. Today, this morning, I couldn't even get to my doctor's appointment. Things were just, and everything was going downhill fast. And what I will tell you, I found, thank you for the hearts, is in the midst of the craziness, I was like, it's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Inside, inside, I might have been going, ah! But spiritually, I knew that this too shall pass, right? Doesn't mean we don't have bad moments. Just because you're spiritual does not mean you get a free pass. Oh, no. I think you get, I honestly think you get tested more and more. So, uh, that's kind of, I found that kind of interesting. So, yeah, cut yourself a break, be empathetic, help people, you know, but don't destroy yourself in the process. Protect yourself, protect your energy, protect your thoughts, protect your environment. That is only, we've only covered seven of the long list of spiritual protection. I will have the continuation of this class. If you guys liked it, please let me know in the comments. Also, I will do like I'll try to do like a couple little mini reads or something. Okay. And we'll just see what happens. I don't want to do anything really crazy tonight, guys, because even I have my limits. Okay. And I don't even, just try to keep it to one question, and please don't ask me about people's feelings because I really don't delve into others' energies. Spiritually wrong, and I wouldn't do it to you. Okay, so we'll go from there. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, White Witch Queen. I appreciate that. Yeah, join us. I will be continuing. Oh, thank you. Oh, perfect. Oh, cool. Thank you. I just, I'm like, I don't have anything to lose. I can just simply be me. And that's the thing, also. I want you to take this before I leave. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Hold on. I am going to read a few. Let me look, Karen. Be your authentic self, be who you are. And if the person or people have a problem with it, it's their problem. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, Farah. Thank you guys for your input. Welcome, White Witch. We're glad you're here. Let me see. I have prayed. I'm going to say a real quick little prayer again because that's what I do. Father, please. Mhm. Amen. Okay. I just felt like he gave me a little bit of an infusion of energy. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. Cameron, for some reason I focused on you first. This first card that fell out is the Four of Cups. This is like you filling your own cups right now. Okay. What else do we have for Cameron at this time, Father? Okay. Yeah, there may be a Page of Swords. It feels like there could be some people giving you a hard time in your energy. I don't know why I want to say that. Immature people. What else? Yeah, things that you're not seeing. It feels like things are like not. Hold on, let me bear with me. It feels like there's some kind of pettiness or something. I feel like you're just supposed to ignore it and go on, okay? You fill your own cup. This is just some negative energy. uh it's kind of like a test from the universe is what it feels like. Okay, yeah. Okay, and let's see what we have here. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's between love and career. That just totally changed it, K-Run. Okay, so um, it feels like you are filling your own cup. Okay, this changes the whole narrative now because we don't know the story. It feels like you're filling your own cup here, Karen. And here's the thing, you're dealing with somebody that's a Page of Wands, kind of an immature energy. Okay, and it feels like maybe you're having to face the truth about things. There is something in this energy that you're not seeing. Okay, uh, so that's something that you are not seeing. Okay. What about career, please, for Karen? Four of Pentacles. Okay, so like they want you to stop focusing on lack and focus on the things that you have. All right. What else? It's about your cups. It's about filling your cups. That's the message, Karen. I so get it. Okay. So, oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I think that the it feels like that the focus is on the career, filling your own cup. Like you need to fill your own cup. So the message here that I got was that what fills your cup more? Is it the love, or is it the career? No, it doesn't tell me. I think it's just maybe a focus on money. It could be a focus on money and not being on a high vibration. Okay, so that's your answer. Because and really, when I look at this, here's when I look at the relationship. This is what I see. Can you see these cards? Something you don't see: an immature energy and someone that's focused on lack. Okay, here you are. This is really crazy. Over here on this side, just totally into yourself. No, money will not fill your cup. It'll fill it temporarily, but it doesn't fill your cup. No. And you shouldn't let it be the focus in your life. Okay. Uh, Trinity Tree. Right off the bat, I feel like you will, but I'll pull a card. Okay. So, Karen, yeah. Yeah, you have your decision. Okay. Highest and best advice for Karen at this time. Highest and best advice. Focus on the money, the career. Seriously. Okay, so I mean, you have free will, all of that. Okay, let's pull a card for Trinity Tree. This is not going to be a marathon terror. I've had like 3 marathon terror nights, and I need sanity. You're going to be successful. Is it going to be successful? I'm pretty. Oh yeah, you're going to be successful. Look at that fool, and options too. Yeah, keep your options open. Okay. Okay. Trinity Tree. Will she pass her TB test? It gives me 2 answers. Planning. Oh, yeah, you're moving forward in your future. Okay. Yeah, some things fell apart in the past. Okay. And then, but you're moving forward. Yeah. Yeah. 3 of Wands planning. I like that. I am well. Let's see. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. Let me see which queen. When would it be settled? 7 months. All I can hear is the number 7. I said, when will it be settled? And I heard 7, 7, 7, 7. And I was like 7 weeks. And I was, no, no, 7 months. Now, I am not a great time person. I have done some great time things, but that's truly what I'm feeling. Okay. All right. Let me catch up here. You're welcome, Trinity Tree. Uh, I like the name. Parad, if you have a question, please ask. Thank you for the compliments, guys, on the class. I like teaching the classes. I think that knowledge is power. So I and so no question, just a general. Okay, so when I looked at the cards, White Witch, I got the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. That's 8. 4 and 4 is 8. So I'm thinking between 7 and 8 months. Yeah, that's funny. See, and that's stability for you, and it will allow you to rest. That's a pretty funny message. Wow. No, it's a very chill night. Thank you for stopping, Millennia, and just hanging out. I appreciate it. This is a pretty chill night. If you, oh, cool, cool. Did I tell you to do that? Because Rob, I really don't remember. I mean, the messages they are truly, so God lets me, he lets me remember some things, usually when it's involving a transition, a death, something like that. I think he lets me remember those things in order to assist the person through it. But in general, when I do a reading for you, tarot cards or whatever, I I get nothing. You know, and I mean, like as far as retaining, I'm losing focus. Sorry. As far as retaining, White Witch, you will get there. There's a necessity to put a lot of work into it, and you will get there. God is giving this to you the way you can handle it. That's why it's 7, possibly 8 months before the other thing comes to fruition. Small steps. There's a need for knowledge. There's a need not to beat yourself up over the past, okay? Because we all make mistakes, okay? You didn't see it, and it's okay because now you see it, and that's not going to happen again. I don't see that happening ever again for you. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I feel like I know what I'm talking about if you get it. uh, so I do think I do see that coming to fruition, especially with the 4 of Wands there. I love that. Guys, it's kind of a I'm a little tired tonight, honestly, and I did a scrying and a channeled message on the members channel, and then I had a weird prediction political wise. I don't ever get political messages. I think it's called I had a weird message. Feel free to check it out and give me your opinion. Part of me is like kind of freaking out because it was about the president, and I was like, what happens if this happens? And then are they gonna the Secret Service gonna come talk to me? Thank you, Holly. You're right. You gotta tell me to go rest sometimes. Uh, in the members channel, yes, Parab, I did a scrying, and then on the short regarding the president is a short, and that was for everybody. All right, you guys, I really love and appreciate you. I've really enjoyed teaching this class tonight. Thank you so much. And just I feel like we can make a difference. Okay. All right, guys, please go share the peace and the love. Mwah. Good night, guys. Oh, oh, you guys are great. Thank you, Zuck.